My name's John. Welcome to the first ACAP of 2020. Hope everybody had a decent New Year's celebration and you're all ready to go back to work tomorrow. Basically, I haven't been off other than New Year's Day. Anyway, tonight's ACAP, I've got a little bit of talking to do, mainly about the giveaway. So if you don't want to hear me waffling on, just fast forward 5 minutes and you'll get into some machining and some plasma cutting. I've been doing this giveaway for a good 2 and nearly 3 years now. There's actually 3,815 names in here. At least that's what I worked on my computer. One of the problems I'm having is people aren't claiming prizes, because I think there's a lot of names in here of people that don't actually watch my channel anymore for some reason. So what I've decided to do, and I've had quite a few viewers suggest this, I'm going to scrap this bucket, scrap all these names and start again. There won't be any more draws until the end of January, or at least the first Sunday in February. And instead of doing one a week, I'm going to do one a month, but have much better prizes, because I have got lots of things that have been given to me basically to be given away. So all the names in here will be scrapped. I need to start again. So as I keep saying, if you want a chance to go into the draw, all you have to do is send me an email. That's my email address up there, and all I need is your full name, like John Mills, not just John. Now all you've got to do is send one email. I've actually got to sit and reply to every email and file all the emails and sit and write their names out. Then Deb's got to cut them up and fold them up in little parcels like that. So there's quite a lot of work on my behalf. I don't make any money doing this. It's, in fact, I lost money because it cost us on postage. All it is a little way of giving something back for all the help and support I've had through this YouTube channel. So that's the plan. There'll be no more draws until the first Sunday in February, then it'll be one a month. So just send an email and it'll give us a chance to get some names back in here. I don't quite know what to do with that lot. It's a shame, but possibly have a fire. I've still got all the emails recorded on my computer. Anyway, that's enough of that. I've had a good response to my little PayPal button, and you click the button, and if you want to donate a little bit to my YouTube channel, you can. I've actually bought a set of video microphones, radio mics. I'm not using them at the minute, but I'm going to start using them when I'm machining. Hopefully it's going to improve the quality of the sound quite a bit. I've also had a very kind gift off one of my viewers. He sent us in a digital DSLR camera, which I'm sort of getting to grips with. I can certainly take good still shots with it. I'm not quite sure about its video capabilities, but I'm sure it will. It's going to help us make better videos. So anyway, once again, thanks very much for that. It is really much appreciated. I've had quite an amazing response from all the little bits of underground things I've put on the end of part 2. I've put some on the end of this week's part 2. It's a friend and I, lad called Aubrey Best, and we'll have a look down quite a deep mine shaft into some old workings in the lead mine, where there's some really old machinery. Because access is not easy, the machinery is actually stopped in place, and the scrapman haven't been there to get that sticky little hands on it. So I put like a 15-minute part of that on the end of it. As usual, if you don't want to watch anything about being underground, just don't watch it. I've had quite a few people ask us what this little silver pin's for that's mounted onto the plasma table on the cutting head. It is actually for a scanning camera. That's the camera there, that plugs onto there. And what this can do, that software in the computer, you can draw around the shape, any shape you want, draw around it. This camera will follow the line and store the image in the computer, where you can edit it and you can actually come in and cut one out. So if you wanted to make a quick part, you didn't want to draw it, or you didn't know how to draw it, you could put your shape down on a bit of paper, draw around it, that would follow the drawn line. I had Rob up here last weekend, who was the guy that designs and builds these, and this table was actually one of the first ones made, a prototype, and this was added on as an extra. The problem with it is the camera's mounted all the way from that beam there. It needs to be in here a lot more rigid. no matter what you do get a little bit of flex, and that flex is amplified by the camera. It's a little bit like having a lathe tool sticking out 6 inches instead of in close. You need things in nice and close. So what he suggested I do was make a custom mount for it, which is what I'm going to do in this video. The ideal place is to mount it on there, on the carriage, and that's really close to this main cross member, so you're going to get very little flex, nice and rigid, so that'll be able to go on there like that. Once you've done your scanning, you take the camera off, you don't leave it on while you're doing the cutting. Now what I can do, I could do, is simply drill and tap a hole in there and screw that in. The problem is, that's not a particularly good fit in there. It's not bad, but it's not a good fit. A much better idea would be to make something heavier that went around the outside of there and had a grub screw that held it on. So I think a piece of stainless steel bar on there with a hole that fits into nicely and a little grub screw just to hold it in place. It'll make a much better and more rigid setup. Something like a piece of that with a bolt through it and counterbolt to take the camera. So basically the camera will be mounted on there just like that, and obviously the camera can come off when you do your cutting. That little piece of metal on there won't get in the way of anything. I've got some stainless round bar, I'll use a piece of that. Right, I've done a little door with all the important sizes on. Basically that's going to slip into there like that. Your grub screw holds it in. I've been Allen bolting the bottom of this hole that goes through into the carriage on the plasma machine. I've got some 20mm stainless bar there, I'm going to make it out of that. So first thing, to drill a hole for the 8mm hole to go through. Now we need to bore this out to 13mm so it's a really tight fit on the camera mount. Remove this end of it. I'm not sure what grade stainless this is. It's the grade of stainless that I've got 3, so it's what I'm going to use. Decided to use 6mm instead of 8mm, that's going to be more than strong enough to hold that on. The nearest thing I get to a cigarette there was the smell of the black sticky cutting paste. I don't know how good a fit I will get using a 13mm milling cutter in there as opposed to boring it out. One should be a good fit. about there. Spring cut on the same setting. Once again, same setting. A lot of spring in this tool, but it is cutting very nicely. And that's just about the dog's bollocks. In fact, it is. There's a little bit of temperature in there, so that should cool down and be quite a nice fit. That's the tool I'm using. I got some tools given and it's just been ground away and sharpened to a shape it cuts actually. The tool started out like that, and all I've done is grind a little bit of that away to get it in a little bit deeper. Take that sharp edge off. Bastard was warm. Just break that sharp edge. So simply that little grub screw goes through there, that will screw into the bracket, that goes into there, and I'll put a little Allen bolt in there, and that is not going to flex. That's way stronger or way stiffer than what was on. The camera goes into there, that locks the camera in, and that's going to be super rigid. Tap and drill for 6 mil is 5 mil tap. I'm just going to use that drill to eyeball the centre line of that hole. Looking straight along, you can get it absolutely spot on in the centre. You could measure it, but that's pretty good. This drill should start alright on the curved face like that. Make it a more fairer position for the once again, that's one of the cheap and cherry cobalt Vanguard drills. Does the job. Ta-da. The actual torch holder itself is only held on with one bolt in the back. The idea is, if you do happen to crash it, it just pivots on that one point. There's also a bolt there so it can pivot that way. But we know it's having absolutely mounted solid, because if you did crash it, you're going to break something. Of course, the idea is not to crash things. Right, we're going to mount them into there. So that's going to go on there like that, nice and rigid. It won't be in the way. I'm getting Allen key there just to nip that one bolt up. So we want the hole drilled and tap it in the centre of there. 6mm. This is 6mm plate, that's not toy stuff. Eyeball centre, and we'll line it up as best as we can, which is bollocks. Right, hopefully this one should cut a little bit better. Right, so that's 5mm. Very gently, keep it as square as possible. I don't know if it's been welded or laser cut, but it seems quite hard. Right, we've got some nice threads in there now. camera simply fits in there. And the little nip on that glove screw is all that's needed. And that's a lot closer in here, so it's going to be a lot more rigid. Now I've got things set up, so now if we set the camera away, it should actually trace around that square. Right, I've stopped it on the corner, which is there, and I've put the little LED light on, the little laser pointer, so you should be able to